All right, before I say goodnight, I had an idea. And I'd say it's worth a watch. It's about PR, public relations, um, like the idea of personal relations. Sorry, not personal, public relations. And there's like it typically this term is used in the business sense. I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna talk about in the personal sense, the personal social kind of sense. So public relations has to do with your relationship with the general public. If you are running a business that is a public business, as in you will sell to anyone who, first of all, it is legally allowed to buy from you. Number one. Number two, you sell to anybody who's giving you the amount of money that you're asking for your product, for example, or whatever that you're selling. That's pretty much that's public relations. So that's in the business sense. Now I'm thinking about it in the personal social sense. It's kind of similar. I think it's very similar. It just you got the idea in a business sense or in a business setting, and then you got to think of it as an idea in your personal setting. Now, in your business setting, in your business setting, it can actually it can raise or lower your business's profit. If your public relation falls. Now this can happen. I mean, for example, when I was a kid, I shouldn't talk. So this happens quite often. Let's say there was quite an issue. I think prior to COVID, there was a guy. I think no. What am I thinking? I first of all, I gotta think of a real business, and then let's think of a bar, okay? Sometime no, that's not. Anyway, go is just okay. Okay, let's say I gotta think of an actual business, and I'm having trouble. Let's say a restaurant, right? You serve me. Let's say I'm buying your specialty soup, okay, and I'm paying a lot of money. You really price your specialty soup well, and it's actually a very good quality soup. You don't have to talk about what's in there. It's a very good quality soup. A lot of people are raving about it, right? Your restaurant is like booming right now, right? But you are a very anti-public relation guy. Now I walk into your restaurant, maybe I'm dressed well, maybe I'm with a coworker at lunchtime, and I order that specialty soup, right? And you go to me, don't worry, it'll be ready, just take a seat. So I'm sitting there waiting for it. I wait 45 minutes and I only have an hour lunch break, expecting to wait 20 to 30 minutes, which is expected to be the normal time, even as early as 10 or 15 minutes. Now I'm getting it after 45 minutes, right? Leaving me with not much time to eat it. Now it gets there and I'm like, well, God, I'm gonna have to, like, soup is hot, right? So is 15 minutes enough? I don't know, but I'm really gonna have to get through this soup, or I'm gonna have to ask to get a takeout container and take it back to work and make sure I can eat it at some time. Now you bring the soup and I look at, oh, well, okay, this shit's good. Now I go, it's weird because the soup is not really, there's no steam coming out of it. And then I touch it and it's ice cold. You just gave me cold soup. And what do? You say, hey, you don't like? You can leave. And you don't even offer to refund my money. I throw a big tantrum, a big fit inside your restaurant in front of all the customers. And instead of dealing with me well, you cuss me out. And now me and my coworker leave that restaurant. All anybody can talk about right now is that one incident and how bad that one incident was. Your public relations went down, and even though you are making an amazing soup, you're not gonna be doing sales like that anymore because people think you're an asshole and nobody wants to come to your restaurant. You see what I'm saying? Now, if we were to bring that idea into a personal sense, public relations, it's similar. I mean, if I am okay, let's say I'm trying to think in a personal sense. Okay, it's really simple. There's not much to it. If you have bad public relations, even in the personal sense, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know where I'm going with this with the personal sense, but I'm happy about what I said in the business sense. In the personal sense, I guess if you just it can affect your personal relationships with people. People might not want to be friends with you anymore. They might say bad things about you, hoping that other people don't want to be friends with you. They might talk shit about you, and that will affect your public relations. Now, granted, you got to remember that you got to treat your personal life as a business, and you got to treat your business as your personal life. It's all in one. I think that's the best way to put it. I don't think I need to say any more. I'm going to say good night, and I'm going to wrap this up.